Hello everyone, this is Noctoon. Welcome to another mod overview, this time on entity banners. A mod simply adds in the ability for banners to appear for specific mobs. When these are placed in the world, you get increased damage and defense against that specific mob. The banners are customizable and drop by entities every 50th kill or so, or probably the first 50, and maybe not again, I'm not sure. I'll be cheating them in, obviously, to demonstrate things. Each valid entity has its own banner, and when placed in the world, the banner will give the following effects in a 48 block range. All values above can be changed in the configs, which we'll take a look at. Since banners are automatically registered, every time a new valid entity is registered, they will inherit their colors from the spawn eggs. This mod has full compatibility with other mods that add custom entities, so just any ones that happen, it'll register one. Other than that, if you don't want one to have it, then you can blacklist it. So I assume maybe for bosses or certain other types of mobs, maybe. We'll check if that's the case, because obviously they have to have a spawn egg for it, which, in the case of stuff that's not the Elder Guardian, I'm not sure if that'll work. Other than that, compatibility with Terrarian Slimes is clearly there, so you can see via those banners. I don't have the mod installed, but I can believe that it would definitely work in cases like that. So I'm just going to do this with some default mobs. I don't know if I have any... don't have any there. There's no Dragon Egg one, and the Elder Guardian... we don't have one. Interesting. Okay. So not one for those. So we just go, say, Zombie, for example. No, okay, I just can't see it then. You just check here. There is one for bosses, but I don't know, I'm pretty sure it just registers for any general mobs. I don't think it applies to the other, but we'll see. And I could just go straight to E. I'm just curious if anything else is in here. That's Note, Guardian. And Dragon counts, Elder Guardian counts. Okay. So that's pretty much all of them there. Some of the 117 mobs like the Axolotl are here. And do we see Wither at all? With a skeleton? Wither. Okay, so bosses do count here. Okay, it's just when apparently searching, you're not going to see them, but you'll see them under banner, it seems. So you won't see it under, like, glow squid when searching for it for some reason, REI. I'm not sure why that is. I'm assuming it's going off, like, the entities or banners part, but for some reason not putting the actual title, like you would see with just searching zombie and it going, hey, that's what you're looking for, but it'll still show everything else. Don't know why that is. Anyways, so we'll place these down. Again, no recipes, so we'll just place these down. You can see the actual effect will appear on the side. We'll just place this one down as well. And then we'll just add the extra to the list. It's not going to have, like, multiple, which would obviously be annoying. So if we place this blaze down, besides the fact that there's snow here, we take damage, deliver damage to them. They'll be good to go. I do have lead armor though, as well as lead poisoning on the sword, so that's why they might be taking additional damage. So it's not coming from that at all. So we do this, you can see they're going to do almost entire 20 health of damage. If we do this with, say, for example, a skeleton... let's see, skeleton, yeah, it's not going to show there, so I have to do this, and I have to find the specific one. It's back. Stray skeleton. There we go. So we just do this normally. Typical damage, of course. Versus a skeleton horse. That's not what we want. Skeleton. Just didn't see it correctly for some reason. There we go. So we do this again. So, oops, sorry. There we go, that's what I wanted. Get rid of that. There we go, they're almost done. There we go, so quite powerful. We'll run around a bit just to see the actual distance reach of the actual 45 blocks in general from, you know, in-game camera view, rather than just what it says, and just see how that goes with it just displaying it. There we go, so that's probably about 48 there, so that's quite far. It's not too bad, so decent space. But yeah, if you ever need those for whatever reason, then you can use them to sort of get an edge on mobs. whether for mob farms or just, say, a mini game or some other type of thing maybe you could apply this to. I don't know. There's tons of things you could apply a banner or an area effect type thing to. I guess the best comparison is probably like having a beacon or like a lingering potion that's just always there. But providing, a specific thing strictly to a mob is probably the best comparison I can give to something like those. Except that instead of it being, a beacon and a bunch of blocks or a bunch of potions, just getting a potion effect for just placing down a banner. So, quite convenient. But that is pretty much it there. Other than the fact that we have the config, which allows you to change the banner radius to higher or lower than the default. I don't think there's a restriction, so maybe you could do like 256, you could do just like a 3x3 or something like that, or whatever else you want to limit or increase it to. You've got necessary kills, so that'll be your 50 kills right there. I assume if I change this I could just go to 1 and then I'd get it pretty easily. But obviously if you want to balance it, put it to a lot higher. You get the damage multiplier, so that's a 1.5 damage multiplier. That's insane. That's why it... Okay. Interesting. It's just the fact that besides the lead, which deals already a bit of damage to them anyways, because I was wearing it at the time, and I'd get at least like 1-2 hits in or something for a few seconds, the lead poisoning kicks in, that besides that, it does probably about, I'd say, 18-19 health already to them, so that's actually quite effective. Obviously for things like Enderman it'll be different, I assume, which we could test, because I just want to make sure of things to see in there what the actual extent is. Some of these, but if it is actually in general, let's see here. How much did that do? Oh, okay. Yeah, so it does actually do pretty much that amount. Okay. Just see if we can get rid of them. No. Is it the same one? I don't remember. Is it the same one? Nope, different one. But either way, you get the idea that it'll do pretty much around about probably 18-19 health, I assume. Or hearts of damage. Which would be, what, 9-ish? So? Oh, come on. Get down from there. But you get the idea. So it'll do that much amount of damage, even for mobs that have, 40-something health. Which obviously is a lot more than the common mobs that we were easily able to take out. Alright, I'll just end you here, because it'll be... There we... Come on. Lead only does so much to them. There we go, we'll just go back inside. But yeah, that's pretty much the extent there. Defense, obviously, quite a bit, I'd say. I don't think that would have any interference with this at all. It would just be its own thing, so that you're not taking extra damage from them, I assume. I'd guess. So yeah, other than that, you've got show broadcast when given? Should broadcast when given. Okay, so I'm assuming that's when it displays the actual potion effect part. And then broadcast to everyone? Ah, okay, so when it's delivering the effect. So that'll be in that, say, if I'm outside, and I'll have it there. It'll work for me, or when I'm in the 48 block range, and then when I'm not, it's just not going to apply. Sorry, if I had it for other players, it would be that way. Oh, come on. You get the idea, obviously. So that's for if you want it to apply to only yourself, and that's for if you want it to apply to every player. I don't think there's a team-based scoreboard sort of support thing, so you'd have to find some other way for that, or probably request for it. But that'll probably just be for an... well, maybe it does work. I don't know, it's just there's no config option for it, so that's my assumption. But yeah, that'll just apply to anyone that runs into it, and that'll be for just you. So I guess if you want to limit it, and only be for the person who placed it down, I assume, then yeah, then you've got blacklisted entities if you don't want bosses or certain other mobs to apply, so you don't want peaceful mobs to apply to it, you only want it for hostile, then you can do that. Otherwise though, thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.